Gawley, CEO and founder of BuzzShift, digital strategy agency in Dallas, Texas.
Cool. And what brings you to New Zealand?
Actually, I'm speaking at the Project Disrupt conference and here in Auckland, and I'm really excited about it. I'm thankful that the U.S. Embassy brought me here, so I'm very excited to be here in New Zealand.
Cool. So you're in our shared space here. It's Grid AKL. Have you been in a lot of shared space in the States?
Yeah, actually, this is an amazing space. There's a lot of spaces in Texas in general, and I'm in the Bay a lot, and there's a lot of co-working, shared spaces, incubators, accelerators, everything else going on. I think in Dallas alone right now, there's about 18 co-working incubators, and it's crazy how many more that I'm seeing just pop up every other day. It seems like there's something popping up.
Right. And so your agency works on go-to-market. So would companies out of these incubators use you to launch onto a national level?
Yeah, so our whole goal is to have companies understand why they're doing what they're doing online, because I think that a lot of people build really cool things, but at the same time, they're not really focused on, necessarily their overall growth strategy or, how to really build in that viral loop or whatever. So kind of building a little of that growth hacking strategy into their overall go-to-market strategy. But yeah, as an agency, we're all about, our true north is growth. So, that's versus a traditional, ad agency or design agency or even any traditional marketing agency. We're a digital first shop. And so we're looking at it and understanding that a lot of marketers don't have really a technology background and they're not true technologists. So we're kind of the company that's bridging the gap between the CIO and the CMO, and so kind of helping them vet out marketing technology and whatever they might be doing. Cool. So, yeah.
So what are you going to talk to New Zealand about tomorrow at the conference? What's going to be some of your key tips?
I think my big focus right now is understanding that there's a ton of data out there. We talk about big data all the time and everything, and it's kind of like how do we collect that data and then filter it out, right? And really start diving into it and get those key insights that we need to know, because I think that if we look at data the right way, we can leverage that data and actually create really engaging experiences online. And so that helps us as marketers and everything else create really compelling content, but we have to look at the data first. And I think we've gone from this tactical layer now to more of a strategic layer, especially when we talk social media or whatever. I'm kind of tool agnostic, but overall, I think that Google Analytics is like a core. You have to have that, right? And to understand what people are doing, why they're doing it online and everything else, I think GA is like a big focus that every marketer should be focused on. The other thing about that is I think that every marketer should be certified in Google Analytics. I think if you look at the growing trends of analytics becoming more and more of a focus, especially in an agency, more and more marketers need to be certified and understand the data behind what they're doing.
Okay. Do you have any tips for companies like this that are just going out trying to change the world?
Yeah, I think, kind of applying some of those lean tech startup principles. I think, basically, build your MVP and then, fail fast, that whole bit. But, look at the data, look at what it's telling you and pivot from there. So I think overall focus on who your audience is, what your objectives are, and then build out a strategy before you even get to the technical layer. Because I think too often we get too focused on the technology and we're not even focused on who our core audience really is.
Yeah. Have you seen any New Zealand companies that you admire entering the U.S. market or any other markets?
Yeah, I think Xero is a really good instance. Those guys are doing some amazing things. I think in the U.S. market, that space is very saturated, right? So where you have like a FreshBooks and who's a Canadian-based company, right? They're coming into that market. So there's a lot of people in the space. It's just I think that there's a unique selling proposition for all those companies, especially Xero. And if you want that really good UX and everything, people are going with companies like Xero all day because it's making them way more efficient.
Right. Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.